We finished the motor. We finished putting the motor together. We have all the pieces of the motor on it where it goes. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Donnie Does It. As you can see behind me, we've got our motor all packaged up and ready to go. We are gonna get it put into that truck. All right, let's do a little walk around on the engine. We got our newly cleaned up valve covers. We got our nicely painted intake manifold. I still wanna put a little bit of white paint right there so it has like a cool Toyota emblem. This is our Offroad Solutions wiring harness. I absolutely love this harness. Look, it's even got my name on it. Got everything all plugged in, cleaned up the throttle body, put all that back together, all new gaskets from the top side up. Obviously our Offroad Solutions rear sump oil pan. We have our relocated dipstick for said oil pan. I did go ahead and order headers. I'm just waiting on those to arrive. I think this truck will look really, really nice with the headers that match the ceramic coated downpipes. So we're gonna change those up. Now what we gotta do is get this engine hooked up to that hoist. We're gonna get it off the stand. I need to come in here, cut off the motor mounts, install our new motor mounts, which are actually gonna go in they're really almost in the same spot, but just a little bit further back. And once we get those kind of tacked in where they're gonna live, we're gonna test fit our engine. I might even go ahead and bolt the trans back up to it just to get an idea of how it's gonna sit going back that way and make it kind of start looking like a truck with a motor again. Stay tuned, guys. Also, one thing I just wanted to mention to all of you guys at home, this was my old tripod. This is my new tripod. This just came in the mail. Pretty excited to see this thing work. Can kind of just move it around as needed. It's also adjustable as far as angles and all that kind of stuff. Before I just kind of had it propped up on the ladder and hoped that you could see me. So now might even get a little bit cooler camera angles. All right, so first things first, we got to get these cut off. I'm thinking that I may just try to hit these welds first and then just air chisel them off. Never taken motor mounts off, but I've taken off plenty of brackets. As you can see, these welds don't look like they're that impressive, so it may come off fairly easy. And then we'll just get the frame cleaned up. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna take a Sawzall to it and we're just gonna cut it off. So see what we can do. All right, one down.
Go ahead and hit this with a flat disc just to get it kind of smooth. Do some hard rock first just to get some of this bigger stuff off and then a flat disc, but we'll get this all nice and smoothed out and move on to this side, which should be fun because it's quite a bit more stuff in the way on this side, but I should be able to get my hammer tucked in there, make it work. So I'm actually thinking that's going to be pretty good on this side. We have about right there. Get that nice and cleaned up so we can get in there and tack this baby on. It's good. All right, well, we got our area ground down on both sides. I measured out 18 inches. I'm gonna double check that measurement and then give these a quick tack. And then we're gonna set our engine on there. Well, I double checked the measurements and they're actually supposed to be 18 1/4. Got them marked on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the welder and give them a couple of tacks and then see if we can't get this bad boy set in there tonight. Went ahead and just center tack these, get them started. I'm just gonna do one on each corner. Actually missed the first time. It's been a minute since I've tried to weld underneath a steering shaft and in the dark, so that was pretty cool. But got that one tacked in too, so get a couple more strong tacks on there and then we'll set this thing set in there. All right, so I went ahead and threw 3 tacks on there. Each side. Actually had the machine set on 10 gauge. Might turn up the heat just a little bit for the final weld. Just building up just a little bit on there, so let's get that motor in there. Holy cow, that is probably a lot easier as a 2-man job. But we got it in. We've got this motor in the truck, sitting on its own weight on the mounts. I was even able to get a couple of bolts in on this side. Very excited. Does seem a little tight back there, but that's where the measurements were supposed to be. So it's like it is sitting up a little bit high. I know that guys typically talk about doing hood modifications or possibly body lifts, but man, that does seem like it's up there. But the harness and everything is on top of that, so that probably looks a little bit taller. I'm sure it's good to go. Anyway, I'm extremely happy to have that thing finally in there. Let's bolt up a trans and
see where it all lines up.